Welcome everyone. My name is Jamil Guevara. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a regression machine learning model using Python's most popular libraries. I'm going to be using Pandas. I'm going to be using Numpy, and I'm going to be using ScikitLearn to create this machine learning model. So let's begin our journey. The first step in creating in our journey is to import the libraries. So I'm going to import Pandas as PD. I'm going to import NumPy as NP. Now that we have imported the libraries, the second step is to actually import the data set. So I'm going to be saving the data set into the variable df. And the data set is called fuel consumption. So I have imported Pandas, I have imported NumPy, and now I have imported the data set. The data set is called fuel consumption, and it is a CDS file. Now, I always want to see my data set. So I'm going to print this data set because I want to see what's in it. So let me run the code. And there it is. We got several variables that are visible to us. And of course, we got Acura, the year. So far so good. So we have successfully imported a data set. Now, the next step of creating this regression machine learning model is to choose or select our features. I'm going to be saving our features into the variable CDF. The first feature I'm going to select is the independent variable. The independent variable, or is the explanatory variable that's going to explain the dependent variable. So I'm going to choose engine size. And I'm going to choose the dependent variable. The dependent variable is the one that's explained by the independent variable. And the dependent variable is going to be carbon dioxide emission. So now I have imported Pandas, I have imported NumPy, I have imported the data set, and now I have selected my two features for my machine learning model. The first feature is the independent variable, which is the engine size. The engine size is going to explain the carbon dioxide emission, and the carbon dioxide emission is our dependent variable. So let me print the CDF just to make sure that everything was selected correctly. Let's run this code. Yep, everything was selected as planned. Excellent. So far, so good. Now the next step is to actually randomize our data set. So you're wondering, why do we need to randomize our data set? Very simple. For this data set, we are going to be selecting 80% of it to train our model. And 20% of it is going to be used to test a model, to validate it, to evaluate it. So in order to eliminate any bias from the sequence of the data set, we're going to randomize it. So that's the next step. So I'm going to randomize it. NumPy, random, and perfect. So train, test data set. Okay, so let's run this code. Okay, so far so good, no problem. So we randomize our data set. 80% is going to be used to train the model, and 20% is going to be used to test the model. So let's continue. Now that we have randomized our data set, now that we have selected our features, now that we have imported our data set, and now that we have imported NumPy and Pandas, it's time to create a regression machine learning model. So let's do that. Regression. There it is. Okay, now we need to train our data set. Okay, so here's our model. So let's make sure that there are no errors. So let's run this code. Okay, there are no errors. So that means this so far is so good. So we have used ScikitLearn to create the machine learning model. And let's print our coefficients. Okay? Okay. So far, let's have a quick summary. We have imported our libraries. We have imported the data set. We have selected our features. We have randomized the data set. We have created a model. And now we are going to print the model. So let's run the code. And there it is. So let's see. Now what we need to do is to validate the model. So let's see if this model is a good model or is not a good model. Let's see if it actually fits the data that we have in here. So we're going to use ScikitLearn. Okay, so we have we are gonna be getting the R square score to evaluate at the model. So let's continue. Okay, so we are gonna evaluate our machine learning model by calculating the R square score. So let's do this. Let's hopefully there are no errors in this code. So I think there's an error in this code. I'm trying to find it. I think I found it. It's here. Okay, let's rerun the code one more time. There's something wrong with this code. Let me see what's going on. Okay, so let me see what's going on here. Okay. Yeah, I can see the problem here. Square score. Let's see if that fixes the problem. Let's see. Yep, that fixed the problem. So here's a machine learning model. So we have let's have a quick summary. We have imported the libraries. We have imported a data set. We have selected our features for the model. We have randomized the data set. We have created the machine learning model. We have created the coefficient. We have calculated the R square score to determine the validity of how well the machine learning model fits the data. And here's what's the result. So here's a machine learning model. We have a coefficient, we have an intercept. And our R square score is a 0.76. So what does that mean, a score of 0.76? It means that 76% of the variation found in the carbon dioxide emission can be explained by the engine size. So the engine size is able to explain 76% of the variation found in the carbon dioxide emission. So this is a very good machine learning model. I hope that this actually helps you. And if you have any questions, just write a comment down below, and I will answer your questions. Have a great day.